A and C to be able to make it up until this point. So Samus Yoshi, this is like a Long Island staple matchup. Honestly,
yeah, I don't watch a lot of the tournaments, but I check the brackets every now and then. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of Yoshis. That's a whole lot of Yoshis. So, as I said, Tri-State Classic, TabSoda, Rawk, and this should be a good one. I think this is a really good one. Winner semis as well. I think, if memory serves, 8 players make it out of pools. It's like 4 in winners, 4 in losers. Some of the pools are pretty big.
Yeah, and Yoshi is so solid, I feel like, in this matchup because he has so much airspeed, he has so much mobility to be able to get in, to be able to get some stuff started. Already up tilt, up as well, just bullying Rawk a little bit on this landing.
Yeah. Okay, so Rawk able to jump out of that situation. And this is one of those times where both of the players, or excuse me, both the characters have huge hitboxes that are very juggleable and have kind of weaker disadvantage states. Yoshi doesn't have a lot to kind of help him once he gets out of the ground outside of the double jump and stuff like that.
Okay, right now just slowing down the pace of the game a little bit. Both of them just like not rushing this next opening. They're just jumping around each other, but big forward because especially you set up that offstage situation, but TabSoda, what an air dodge to get back on. That was so dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous, but beautifully executed. And TabSoda really looking for a kill, throwing that forward air back and forth, but that back air from Rawk is going to be snuck through and able to get that kill pretty early.
Yeah, little back through to set up stage control. Again, TabSoda keeps committing really, really heavily, but I actually like the way that he's sort of almost like faking this out by popping out an egg, like air dodging back in, coming back in with a neutral air. He's just tricking Rawk into thinking that he overcommitted off stage.
Yeah, and it's those kind of mind games that you have to establish early on in game number 1 because that way you can subvert them in later games and get more openings out of it. Again, Rawk has been very good at finding those back airs, just kind of sneaking over. And okay, the down smash, putting you at a good angle and getting the kill as well. Rawk, 3 stocks to 1. I'm loving this slow burn pace that they're both playing at. TabSoda pretty far behind, but still not overcommitting, and Rawk completely comfortable, just keep on compounding interest on their openings.
Yeah, TabSoda just needs a way to be able to close out at this point. Coming back in with that up air, just tries to get a little something going. I believe that was a startup of up smash or something kill, and keeps getting Rawk off stage. He keeps making it back on. What do you do?
I honestly don't even know. I feel like it's more just Rawk playing creatively on these edge guards. It's so difficult to get around them sometimes. But Rawk doing it beautifully.
Okay, doesn't get the pivot grab. Yoshi just going to be falling on over it and closes out one of those stocks, but is it a little bit too late? You down 2-1, you got 73%. Doesn't actually get the F tilt into the up tilt either. TabSoda is struggling, but coming back on with those B-reverse egg lays. Every time a Yoshi hits that, they feel so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty strong option because Yoshi, you know, it's pretty easy to just kind of shield against him sometimes. When you hit that B-reverse egg lay, it makes the character so much more threatening in the air. And oh, big chance, but Rawk not overcommitting on anything. I like it. You can just kind of play on the back foot and just wait for Yoshi to come to you. The heavy armor, able to survive that forward air because of it, and that's a GameStop trade if I ever saw one. You do not want to keep on taking those because you're already pretty far behind.
You got 140. At this point, anything Samus does can kill you. She's looking for an up B. She's looking for an up air, maybe a bit of a back air, an up throw. Actually, shouldn't do it yet because of Yoshi's heft, but at this point, 144 it might. Drag down back air, doesn't connect into the F smash, and TabSoda is applying the pressure. Is that it? Yes, it will be.
Yep. No kill screen even. It was just kind of, okay, GG, you're done. I was kind of confused. Like, okay, do we go up throw here or back throw? And I think, yeah, DI would have been close enough to the same either way, but I think you were just kind of, you were done.
Yeah,
GG.
That's the beauty of an up throw. It kills just at any point in the stage when it starts killing, regardless of like, oh man, how close am I to the blast zone? You're not. You know, you're up there, it's going to be able to do the job just fine. And I feel like a lot of that game ultimately came down to the fact that TabSoda struggled to close. Set up the edge guard so many times over and over and over again, but wasn't actually able to go out there to deny with a neutral. It wasn't able to pressure with an up B either. If you're letting Samus get back onto the stage so often, and if you're not really closing out stocks with like up tilt up air as Yoshi, of course the opponent is going to live.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, Rawk, as I said before, was looking so comfortable on the ledge. Like that's kind of like the default position that they kind of start off in, especially on a stage like Kalos, where they can have a little bit of an umbrella from the eggs, charge that charge shot a bit, and kind of react more easily.
Yeah, really simple. TabSoda is now just mixing up out of up B. Jump, up B, land, neutral B to cover shield. Rawk now needs to adapt. You need to not lock yourself into shield. You need to catch these jumps, but
oh my god, that was just one hit! One down air!
But more than anything, it was one overextension. Yoshi offstage with no double jump, even at 0%, is susceptible. is liable to get his stock taken at just about any point. And now all of a sudden, what was supposed to be TabSoda's lead isn't.
Oh man, that's so brutal, especially in this matchup. With these two characters specifically, and this matchup specifically, I feel like Rage is going to be so important to getting kills, unless your opponent just kind of does that for you. So how gracious of Rawk. But yeah, Rage is pretty important in this matchup to kind of sneak away some of those kills, because both these characters are pretty hefty.
Yeah, both of them pretty hefty. They'll be living off the top, especially a little bit sooner than anticipated. Double up air and tries to go for the air dodge. Read TabSoda air dodge to avoid another up B out of it. Rawk, what a tech chase onto the platform as well. All of that pressure, that back air as well. TabSoda just wasn't able to put his feet back down. And now look at what's happening.
Oh, I like what TabSoda's going for, trying to get the spike, force him below stage, and then B-reverse egg lay to maybe catch the jump and potentially get a very early kill. And that's something that you have to do when you're this far behind. You kind of have to bet it all. But TabSoda, okay, starting to come alive. Burn the double jump here, but Samus, as we said before, has all his options. But oh my god, this is about to be a comeback to our no jump, never touch the ground. TabSoda's right back in it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Just throw out those eggs, abuse Samus off stage, but TabSoda, no double jump now, has to find a way to be able to land. But Yoshi, you have so many landing mix-ups thanks to your egregious amount of speed. 65%, this can easily be evened up with one solid jump in.
Yep, that's all it takes. Okay, charge shot, point blank, not enough to really get a conversion off of.
That's the adaptation. That was it. That was beautiful. Rawk, up until that point, got hit with the same egg lay over and over again. But that forward, what a tragedy.
Oh, but no sweet spot on that. No sweet spot on that one either. No jump. Oh my god, that was so scary.
That was so scary. Rawk made it back on. TabSoda missed 2 spike opportunities. That was just tragic. That was so unfortunate off stage. But that entire sequence, I do want to talk about that a little bit. That could have gone so differently. There was such a small niche interaction. Up until that point, TabSoda managed to find a way in multiple times by simply jumping, pressing up B, and landing with egg lay. Because every single time, Rawk would just simply sit in shield. That third time, that very last stock, when Rawk needed to most, he ended up intercepting